The desire to find sweets often triggers one's great imagination. Brainstorming ideas to find a sweet source occurred daily, instinctively during the time I was living with my grandparents. One of my neighbors used to have a grocery shop right beside our house. I often went to it to look at the sweets and wish I could have them. Sometimes, when I stared at the sweets for too long, the shopkeeper would ask me to get money from my grandparents. Every now and then, my neighbor's daughter would be in charge of the shop. I envied her because she could have had any sweets she ever wanted. Unfortunately, my only most reliable source for sweets was begging for money from my great-grandmother. After she passed away, my grandmother naturally inherited her job. My grandparents were quite tight with money, so begging for it from her was really tough work. However, where there's a will, there is always a way. Once I saw a friend with a lollipop in his hand and licking it right in front of me, and he told me proudly with a smart face that his father had given it to him. The look of him I didn't care about at all. Yet the most unacceptable reality was I didn't have a lollipop in my hand as well. I ran home with great hope to beg for $1 from my grandmother. Every time she heard the words, "Please give me $1," it was as if I had said something incredibly offensive and disrespectful to her. She would then start to give out to me about what an ungrateful child I was, and listed all the good reasons why I shouldn't have made such an unbelievable request. She went on and on and on like a broken record. However, the outcome of the ordeal for me was definitely worth it. About 20% of the time after she was done giving out, or near the end of her long preaching, her hands would start to lift up the lower end of her blouse. Then her fingers would start digging into one side of her bra pocket, fishing out a $1 note for me while mouthing her anger. The key was to wear her down one day at a time. Unlike my great-grandmother, whinging and rolling on floors would really trigger real anger in my grandmother. I tried it once, and I was offered a famous national metaphorical dish called stirred fried pork strips with bamboo sticks. As they loved and consistently put it that way when they were about to take out the bamboo stick to hit me, and apparently I was the pork strips.